So we've been using the Joovy Spoon for about 2 months and it has quickly become one of our go-tos on a daily basis. So in this video, I'm gonna go over what we love about this walker and why you should consider it if you're in the market for one. So before we go over what we love about this walker, we have to address the elephant in the room because there's kind of a bad stigma around walkers. So back in 1996, the American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommended putting a ban on all walkers because of the dangers that arise. The most common injuries that occur while in walkers are falling in pools, falling down stairs. Since they're now at an elevated level, they're able to reach different objects and pull those down on them, which has caused suffocation, poisoning, and even burning. Research has shown that babies who use walkers develop motor and mental skills such as sitting up, crawling, or walking later than babies who don't use walkers. It is also a common misconception that baby walkers are actually an aid to help them walking, which is completely false. So after hearing all those dangers and everything that makes a walker bad, why would anyone ever want to buy one? So I know I listed a lot of dangers before, but there are ways that you can mitigate every single one of those. Starting off, we have a great house for this walker. We have big open hallways, tile floors everywhere, and there's really not a whole lot for him to actually get into. We've installed outlet covers on every single one of the outlets. We've removed all the books from all the lower shelves, and we've just made sure that he can't get himself into any trouble while he's in his walker. For a baby that can't sit up on their own and can't crawl on their own, the walker really helps them mobilize, and I really think that it develops their brain in a way to where they start thinking about actually getting places. We've actually seen Brady develop and start to understand his body. He's really learned spatial awareness while in this. You'll see his body rotating as he's trying to get around a turn, or when he realizes that he's up against a wall or up against a door in a hallway and he needs to back up, rotate his hips, and then continue forward. And you can really see that developing in his brain. So yeah, maybe it doesn't help him learn how to walk, but it definitely helps the brain function in different ways than he's used to without a walker. Another reason we got the walker is because around 5-6 months, you really just need a bunch of stations to help keep your baby occupied throughout the entire day. And honestly, the walker is probably Brady's favorite thing that he gets to do all day. The majority of every day is spent watching him right by his side to make sure he's not getting himself into any trouble and make sure that he's, staying safe. When we put him in the walker, that gives us a few moments of hands-free time to make ourselves breakfast or lunch, or even get him some food going, and that is just priceless for us. All right, so now we can get into what we actually love about this walker, the Joovy Spoon. And I am not gonna be calling it the Spoon because I think that is an absolutely ridiculous name, and we don't own any other Joovy products, so we just call it the Joovy. So when you first start looking into walkers, you see that there's a lot of different options out there, and a lot of them actually look more appealing than this one. They have more functionality. Some of them are a 3-in-1 where they kind of actually lock to the floor. You can use them as even an actual walker where they walk behind them as they start to walk. So why would we choose this one, the most basic one out of them all, over the others? And I'll tell you, those ones that have all the toys over the front, those seem like great options because that'll help keep our baby busy. But the fact of the matter is that we as humans normalize everything in our life. And it starts at a very young age, even at a baby's age. A baby cannot play with the same toy over and over and over and not get bored with it. So that's one of the reasons why we chose this one. It just has a big open tray table where we can put any single one of his toys on here. And that takes me to how big and wide this tray table is. All the other ones, actually, if you look at them, are very small. This is one of the only ones where the tray table is just absolutely huge. And this is good for a few reasons. Number one, it keeps their toys contained within this tray for the most part. Another reason is their little hands and fingers can't stretch over the edge as easily. Obviously, they'll get to an age where their arms easily do stretch over the side, but don't worry, Joovy thought of that. The base of the walker is wider than the top of the tray table. So even if the baby has his hands hanging over the side, which is very common, it's impossible for him to rub or jam his fingers into the wall. So the Joovy also has this bumper guard right here in the front, and that helps push toys out of the way so he's not gonna be stepping on any Legos or anything that's gonna hurt him. One thing that I love about the Joovy is just how sleek the design is. It's just very simple. And so when you take him out and leave it in one of the rooms, it doesn't look like an eyesore. The Joovy has 3 different positions, including lowering all the way to the ground, so it has a compact size in case you do want to store it or if you need to travel with it. And probably one of the most important things about the Joovy is it doesn't ding or scratch any of our surfaces, including our stainless steel appliances. So only you can decide if a walker is right for you or not. And if it's going to sacrifice 2 weeks of walking, I think it's worth it for this. Well, thanks for watching. My name is Jimmy, this is Brady, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. What was I even gonna say, Brady? Jesus. Research has also shown, something that we love about the walker is that the Joovy has 3 different positions as well as And probably one of the most important things is that this Joovy hasn't, whoosh. This Joovy hasn't dinged or scratched. Dinged? Hasn't created dings? No, I don't even need to say that last part, Brady. Why didn't you tell me? Injuries such as falling downstairs, drowning in pools, getting hit by cars. Oh man, this sounds kind of bad. Yeah, it's happened.